I spread love and positivity. I am dedicated to seeing everyone grow and watching humanity become a better place to be and to experience. Nowadays, we're in this healing era, and I love to see it. We all could use a reset on our boundaries, our beliefs, and how we feel about ourselves. We all deserve to have the best life possible, and we all deserve to see ourselves in the highest form, in the highest light. And in order to do so, some healing is involved, some forms of growth are involved, letting go of our limiting beliefs, understanding what we want and need out of relationships and the dynamics in our lives, also what we want and need in our work and home environments, reevaluating our boundaries and really implementing them. And that is what makes the world go round. That's what makes us all better and having a better human experience. With us being so focused on our own individual healing journeys as people, we tend to push away others because we're prioritizing ourselves, and we should. But a part of the healing journey is also knowing that there are people in this world outside of you, and everybody looks at themselves as their own main character. At least they should. And so, to have a more cohesive world, we really have to take time to fully understand each other, to have context for situations, to have empathy for one another, and love. And that is why it's so important to not be radically attached to your own beliefs. At the end of the day, you're free to believe in whatever you choose to believe in, of course. But just like you can believe what you want to believe in, so can I, so can he, so can she, and so can they, right? And so it's really important now more than ever that we step outside of ourselves and be able to understand what somebody else may believe and also why they have that rationale behind it. Having an open mind to understand what somebody believes on a religious sense, their dietary preferences, their preferences in love and sexuality, any and everything that you can choose just believe in and subscribe to in this life. It is so important to be open to just hearing what people have to say and hearing their thought process and rationale behind certain things. Traveling is so important to me because it allowed me to expand my horizons and really understand people fully. Understand that we all have so many similarities. My friend was just telling me the other day that when she travels, she finds that when she was a little girl growing up, her and her mom would cook together in the kitchen and they would sing 80s and 90s R&B together and just have a time. And she found that when she went to India and she was talking to these people, these beautiful people, they would share similar experiences of being in the kitchen with their moms and listening to their cultural music and having a great time and having that fond childhood memory. And it's at the core of this that we find that we are all so much alike and we are all so connected. It is crazy. But you may not have ever known that if you didn't open your mind to just meeting new people and getting out of the differences that you may have to see that we're all human at the end of the day. We all want to have the same wants and needs. And that is what is going to bring us together in this time that we need it now more than ever. And you never know when you open yourself up to hearing what somebody else believes, if it's about religious preferences, food, politics, anything, you don't have to agree on it at the end of the day, but you get a better understanding of someone else's perspective. And every time that you open yourself and you allow yourself to be open to new information, you change just a little bit. You don't have to change your mind about anything, but you just have this little dial in your brain that allows you to receive another person and another way of living, which is perfect because it allows us to have a better world overall. I am such a big advocate for travel for the story I just mentioned and to really immerse yourself in a new culture and to get out of your comfort zone and understand why people may have certain beliefs that they have. Maybe they're not exposed to certain things, and maybe that's why they have these thought processes. And we can help be a pillar for change where there might not be any. You can literally be a beacon of light for change. For example, maybe you go to a small town where certain things just aren't done because nobody's seen it. And you come in with an open mind and a pure heart, and you're able to affect people, and they can see, wow, this is a person that represents something that I have never seen before. Now I'm curious to learn more. And you never know, you might wake someone up to realize their own limiting beliefs around certain topics. And it's so beautiful when we're able to fully receive one another for where we are at currently. I can't speak for you, but I'm sure you have a similar experience to myself. When I was a younger and a more immature version of myself, I had limiting beliefs. I had unconscious biases. I had all of these things that I didn't realize. And it took my elders, it took people who were more informed than me and more woke than myself at that moment to open my eyes really in such a gentle and loving way. And I had experiences where it wasn't so gentle, but the ones that were actually able to receive me and see that I did have pure heart, pure intentions. I just wasn't exposed to certain things yet. Those were the ones that really poured into me and helped me become the woman that I am today and the woman that I continue to strive to be in the future. The problem with having differing beliefs is that we are all giving each other the side eye when we don't take time to be open to fully understanding what somebody else believes in and why. I know I used to be a person that somebody might have given the side eye to because I didn't know any better. And those people that really poured into me and helped me see other perspectives, they broadened my horizons and helped shape me to be the woman that I am today and the woman that I am continuing to strive to be in the future. Phone ran out of storage, but you got the gist. Thank you so much for being a pillar of change to a world that really needs it right now. And thank you for listening. Leave some feedback. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video. Responding, commenting, liking really helps so that I know I'm not talking into the void. Peace and love until the next video.